I see your question about fitting these in. Let's hope the audio will pick this up, but I can absolutely measure them for you. And for the group member that said, when I stand in front of a mini sauna, is what's in the background shorter than me? It's absolutely shorter than me. So if you can see, I don't know if the camera is going to focus this far away, but this is a standard height one-person sauna. They're usually within 3 or 4 inches of each other. This particular one is 75 inches tall, so it is 6'3". It's just a little bit taller than I am, but you can see the step down to some of the mini saunas. So these are significantly shorter. This is why you see me crouching so much to get in and out of them. These are 63 inches tall, and this is probably a little less, 61 inches tall. So the doors and all the stuff on these are going to be kind of small. You can tell, obviously my opinion is they're great for a lot of people, depending on what you're looking for. It's hard for me to kind of, love getting in and out of them because, as you can tell, there's quite a big difference between this one and this one. This one is like an inch wider, but I still have to crouch quite a bit. Once I'm actually in here, it's not that bad. But this one, on the other hand, this is what you see in the videos that you were asking questions about, where we had a suction cup mount and put the camera, on. I struggle. This one's a little harder, even though it's only an inch or two narrower. I don't have as much room on the width for my shoulders, and I guess you can't see it. There's a red light therapy. There's a 2-person red light therapy sauna over here that's also a little over 75 inches tall. The camera's not going to focus on them because we have these red light therapy panels hanging for the DIY bed, but that'll give you a really good idea as far as, like, one of you was looking to do a low height basement assembly, and one of the things that you have to be careful of about that is how much space is required to slip the roofs on. They're all pretty much the same in that regard. Obviously, you wouldn't have that issue, with the mini sauna. You could basically put these in a closet. The roofs just slip down over the top, just like the larger ones. It's relatively the same, but they're small enough, light enough to where you could put them together out in your common space where I'm walking around here, and then slide them back into the closet. The trouble with low ceiling basements is that sometimes there's electrical connections that are up here, depending on the brand, depending on the model. And if your basement height doesn't allow for you to put your arm in here after you get the roof on, it can be really difficult to make those connections. So if you have a bay, I call it a bay, but if you have a recess where there's a step down in the ceiling, you can usually do the same thing that I described with this. You could put this sauna together out here in the middle of the floor, where you have another foot height, or you have a drop ceiling where you can take a tile out and reach over and do your stuff. And then, as long as it's not on carpet, you'd want to use some type of sliders. If it was, you can slide it back into its final resting position, as long as you can plug the cord in and do all the stuff that you need to do. But there are ways to make these fit, in different areas. So this should give you a really good idea, of some type of perspective on the mini. I'm not a small guy, so I think these are great options for people that are in that situation and need that, but not necessarily my favorite thing to get in and out of. I'm more of a person that would spend a little bit more money and get something like this 1-person, because I can just easily step in the front door. Yeah, I can't stand up in here, but I can't stand up in any of the saunas, right? So that just doesn't really make a difference. But for me, entry and exit is hugely improved in something like this. And I totally get it. If you don't have the space for it, you got to do what you got to do. Any heat therapy is going to be better than no heat therapy. I don't care if you have to build the DIY sauna tent or you have no money. Just, be sweating, be doing some type of heat therapy. If you want to get the benefits, it's important to start now. You don't want to wait, 10 years. God knows I'm not going to get the time back when I was screwing around with this stuff and, wasn't implementing. You got to be implementing.